and welcome to Limitless, a youthful show. Remember, we're here to educate, entertain, as well as inform you. So today we'll be talking about extended families. But before I go any further, allow me to introduce the people I'm with on the panel.
My name is Evelyn Tembo.
My name is Amwa Kantanda.
Okay, my name is Chiwesa Mungulu.
And my name is Martha Sakala. So maybe before we even get into the conversation, what is an extended family?
What's an extended family?
Give us. You're the intelligent girl here.
Today I'm not intelligent.
Okay.
Today I'm just beauty without brains. Today.
Empty tin, in short.
Okay, so an extended family is simply a family where we have aunties, uncles, grandmother, grandfather, cousins, nieces, and nephews. That is an extended family. It is just the opposite of a nuclear family. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
With ancestors.
Yes.
Okay.
She said grandpa, grandma,
Ancestors.
cousins, cousin
I
for
think
cousin,
it
cousin.
encompasses everyone who is a relative.
Everyone. So
Everyone
long
who
as
is
you're
a
related
relative.
to everyone. To you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's an extended family.
So I think at some point we've all been in that situation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How was the feel like?
It's always fun. Okay? It's always fun, and you find such arrangements at grandma's place where you have to meet all your cousins, all your aunties, your uncles, your ancestors. So for me, every time we're told you're going to visit your grandma for holidays, it was always fun because we got to mingle with a lot of people and the experience was just over the top all the time. There's never a dull moment in such a house. Never a dull moment, you guys. Everything is, there's always something new that's happening. So
There's something trending.
yeah, there's
There's something trending, there's something happening all the time. It's never boring.
So you would say it's a great experience to be part of an extended family.
Definitely.
Well, my own experience has been, we'll talk about that later. Okay, my experience too, being part of an extended family, it was very nice. It was cute, where you have your aunties, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews there, you get to interact. Actually, it's very nice because you get to know relatives that you didn't even know. And what is happening nowadays where you only meet people if there's a funeral, a kitchen party.
Yeah.
That's what's going on, but at least by then, us who are growing up in the 90s and the 80s,
in the night what?
90s and 80s.
Which 80s? Which 90s? Yes, please. I'm born in 2000.
which 2000?
She's a two-pin baby, you guys. So everything she's saying now is just hearsay. Yeah, you heard me and Martha talking because of your elders here.
And the elders.
The ancestors.
Okay, I'll share my own experience. I'm coming from an extended family. There's me, there's my mom, there's my dad. I'm the only child, by the way. So there's me, mom, dad, there's my nephew, and my cousin. Growing up, it wasn't even oh, this is your nephew, this is I'll just consider them brothers.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with my grandma, and she told me, when we were growing up, we would all live together. There was nothing because this one is Chite's child, I can't keep them. But now we're seeing things have changed. Most people just want to live with their own children. Yeah.
Chila muntu ni chiwa chakwe.
It's each one for himself and God for us. Or if you go to visit, they even tell you what happens, You just have to give them an announcement to say, I'm coming. And if they say no, you can't
go. Why should you go?
So that's the reason why I'm saying this time it's very different from the time when I was growing up back then in the 90s and the 80s. Because I'll just start off minus even telling them to say, I'm coming to see you. And they will welcome me. But now they'll ask me, what have you come to do? How may we help you?
How long are you
How
staying?
long are you
Okay, let's just be honest. They don't actually go to that extent of saying how long are you staying.
Actually,
or how long.
they do.
What kind of people do you guys have for relatives? Seriously?
They do.
But that's the reality. It is happening. They might not
And
tell
they
you,
won't
but the
ask you
actions.
directly. They'll be
Indirectly.
so muzakaenda next week, or maybe mzaenda in 2 days time, or be like,
Oh, okay.
Kwanza kaendera mpamina hapo nanga sinifuna kuyenda.
But you can't be in a home where you haven't been budgeted for.
I think that's the main reason why they even ask, when are you going? Okay, what is the purpose of the visit? Because like people have already made the budget, Kuti, from today up to the 30th. This is how much we're going to spend. So when you're going to visit, they'll actually ask you, how long are you staying? So that they also add you to their budget, I think.
Yeah, that's true. But, I think houses too, like, differ and matter and whatever and stuff like that. But when you come to my house, you just look like that rain for in October, the expected one. We won't ask you, okay, what are you doing here or whatever. We just welcome you. When you decide to go,
That's what
you
you
actually have to let us, I'm going now. So either we give you transport money or whatever, or if you want to go the way you came, you go. You just, this person is going. No, okay, life goes on. I think it should be like that all the time. I don't like the idea of asking someone or making someone feel uncomfortable because they look at,
unplanned for. But we shouldn't also run away from the fact that we were teenagers and we were growing up from, at one point, we were once part of an extended family. How was the experience growing up in a family, where there are a lot of people as a teenager? Did you experience enough freedom?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, enough freedom. The freedom was there. The freedom was there in a sense that, covering your, like someone to cover you was very easy. You get.
Especially if you have that one that you get along with.
See? So, say 18 hours. People so mock at 18 hours. Everyone. If you knew that is
so mocking.
Where are your boyfriend? Ukamdola kamwala pamutenge. Just come out. It's your boyfriend that's featured in the beauty.
Those are the benefits now for growing up in an extended family.
Yeah, like, okay, the covering, people get to cover your backs. Yeah, that's sort of the benefit. The other one is that you get to learn more about people's characters. Before they say charity begins at home. So before you go out in the communities to actually interact with someone that's not of your family circle, it all starts in the house. So the way I treat my relative is the same way that I'm going to treat someone that's out there. Though people say, no, babulu, so treatment is different. But then if you're rude, you're rude. So if I'm rude to my relatives, it's obviously going to reflect to someone, that's not even my relative.
True.
Yeah, so it helps to build people's characters and maybe low self-esteem, because you have people there in the house that are like talking, people that have stronger personalities than yours, people that are going to help you grow. So for me, it was more on a positive side, because the Mwaka that you see now, is probably comes from that, because my cousins helped me a lot. So yeah, I would say it's a good thing.
It's very beneficial.
Yeah, it's very beneficial,
Yeah, and you'd see to say there are some parents who are absent, they're always busy with work, they're always busy with whatever they are doing. So when you have a lot of people at home, you have someone to guide you, especially someone who is older than you, so therefore you're going to have like another parent, another guardian, a second one.
It's always the firstborn.
Who's going to be helping you out. But it might not be your firstborn at times. It could be your auntie or even your older cousin. So at least it's very important where you're growing up with people, as you have put it, with different personalities. Even when you go out there, you are not going to be having challenges to interact with other people, because you would have spoken to, you would have been exposed to different people with different characters and different behaviors. It's very beneficial actually, because even when you tend to have your own home, you would know how to relate with other people from the opposite side, because you have grown up in an environment where there are a lot of people in one home. But then food, there's that cutting over. There isn't much freedom, I would say. Let's say if you're sharing a room, maybe there are 5 girls.
Privacy.
There isn't enough privacy. You won't even be free at your own place. You can't do a lot of things. There's always that someone to tell you, Wabidi, or some of Chan, can you behave yourself and everything?
Yeah, I think
and
it has like both negatives
it has
and-
got both
yeah, and
negatives
positives.
yeah. And you'd find some people don't even like you at chimazamwa ichichufukwanpa, or you
favorite
understand.
child.
You are favoring her, but one thing they're forgetting is that's your home. I mean,
Yeah.
you're supposed to enjoy your freedom. So to some extent, again, it might not be,
But
but it's a two-way thing.
Yeah, there's that Bemba proverb.
My brain is back, you guys.
My brain is back. Can I have the camera on me? Just
Oh my god.
So there's that Bemba proverb that says, if him thief paramene, ula kukwesana. So what you say, the trees that are like this, they're like this.
Trees for Niani, they cannot refuse to shake.
They come here. Okay,
What
Martha,
they
you're going to
mean
go eat.
Okay.
What they mean is like the way Martha and I are, you and I are like that.
You're not
It's not all the time that, it's just an example. Just explaining to her. It's not all the time that we're going to joke and everything. There'll be times where we're going to quarrel.
Yeah.
We're going to have misunderstandings, but it's not again all the time that we'll have misunderstanding. There's something wrong. It's
All right, I get it.
okay.
Yeah.
So somewhere kopera. Now I'm going to come back.
I can't speak Bemba, so I guess I want to be in try.
She's Sakala.
Oh, the rat eaters.
Yeah.
It's still the Zambia One Nation. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, it is. I concur with you. You can continue.
Yeah, so the proverb, whatever is done, that's done. So yeah, the negatives are there, true, very true, they're there. But then, okay, the negatives again are too much.
Yeah.
Because, okay, negatives.
Pesa
guys,
bakumenya, bakutana vokudya.
Yeah, the negatives are there, but at the end of the day, family. My cousin and I at home. It's almost war. Every day we need to argue. Every day we argue. And when mom and dad walk in and they find us arguing, they just look at us. They really don't comment because they say, we don't want to say anything because we're going to say, I'm in favor of this one, I'm in favor of the other. So they find us arguing, they just leave us until we're done.
Yeah. And
you go back to normal.
Yeah, and then you find maybe in a house where there's your mother and father, and then there are biological children, and then there are just those dependents. It's really hard for parents to actually intervene in such matters because they always have that fear to say, I say something or intervene in the argument, and then I'm in favor of my child. So that other person is going to say, okay, because ni mwana wao, that's why I'm a defender. I think that's why food and depression might come in, like from the other party, the person that's just a dependent there, they'll start saying, no, maybe, they're doing ABCD because I'm not their child, because, like I'm not their blood or whatever. So sometimes I think, it's good for like parents to just let people argue, let them just, fight, kill each other.
Oh wow.
Is that
Okay,
necessary?
with my own experience in an extended family, of course it's fun. Of course you get somebody to cover up for you in case you make this mistake and everything. But I think there are a lot of disadvantages than advantages where like you've already highlighted to say room, you share the same room, the four of us. Everybody, as a funa, she would want something
Different characters.
Exactly. There was even a time where mom had to ask to say, what color should we paint in your room? And the other one was like, green. The other one was like blue. The other one, so mom had to just say, I'm going to paint this color in your room. So and then you just have to look at this color that your mom wants. Then there's this even inconvenience of where somebody gets your things without your permission.
That's family.
Yes, in as much as that can be family, but hey, it's privacy. At the end of the day, one has to ask for permission from you before they get your stuff, your things. You don't just start touching things. You get, and then like the favoring part for kumwesu, like you argue with your cousin and everything. Instead, whether your cousin is wrong or right, you are the wrong one. Whether you are wrong or right, you are the wrong one. You just take the blames. You take the blames. That's what they used to do.
Right. So this topic is quite interesting, and I'm
Yes.
certain it is getting hot and even more hotter. So stay glued. This is Limitless. We'll be back after the break.
Welcome back to the show. And before the break, we were talking about extended families. Okay, so Evelyn was elaborating more on the disadvantages that we get to face. Living in a house full of different people. Ancestors, name them, cousins of cousins, sisters of Mary,
Sisters of their cousins.
I
Yeah.
almost said sisters of Mary. I don't know why I'm thinking of Mary, but yeah, sisters.
Do you want to become a nun?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we bless God for that. And as I was saying to say, you find yourself fighting with your cousin. You are wrong. You are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. There's nothing like no Uyu and everything. They'll both sit you down to say nobody's right between the both of you. Whether you're both right or not, you are wrong. And they'll make sure they'll tell you what you're supposed to hear from that argument. They'll sit you down. But again, there are those cousins, nephews that we've got, aunties, where they would come and visit you, but they'll just kind of irritate you. They're not appreciative and everything. Somebody would provide for you. Somebody would work hard to ensure that as you visited like that, you have everything. At least you don't starve. At least you have something to wear at the end of the day. At least you have a roof to sleep or under, you get but others would be like, no, shine. Especially there are those aunties where you would sit in your room like that, you're sharing the same room. Instead of them minding their business and talking about something else, they'll just take up a story about your mom.
Yeah, that issue.
Yeah.
That issue.
About your mom like that. And you'll be wondering, okay, is this family or what? And they would think, no, you won't say anything. Of course, you wouldn't want to say anything to cause that. You get, yes, but you would want to say, okay, but you're my aunties. You're supposed to be sticking on something that's positive and not negative. They'll talk about this and that and that and that. Okay, that got me pissed. Like, there are those just people, relatives. Yes, it's family, but they're just annoying.
Yeah, and you find such instances like combo setups where something happens in the house. So like she said, she gave an example of an auntie, so I'll carry that example. Say your mother's sister-in-law, okay? So they argue or something in the house happens. Instead of her going straight to your mom or like just coming to someone that's lived longer in that house, they'll go and tell a neighbor outside. Hey, so vevashtika mnyumba ABCD, this woman is like this, msaziwaona so shanshani. And then you find that those same neighbors will come and tell you people, abantu wanimuka over the branch. Listen to what they told us. And then, that also, brings about a lot of conflicts. And this is why people start saying, baja to swamushe mtima and whatnot. Like just trying to find a fault in someone. Those relatives, to be honest, those relatives are those ones that just say wakaenda and shibaendelela.
And there are few that are kind-hearted and would appreciate to say, okay, these people have been nice to me. They would always want to create a story where there is no story.
I hate that. Trust me, I do.
I think
hate
that
it gets me up
people
to
who
here.
just come to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, devil's advocates.
Yes.
Is that the name?
Because they're just like
some people
certain
just-
issues that are very sensitive. For instance, she gave an example of her mom. This is the daughter. You come to me and you start talking about my mother. Like, how am I supposed to take that? If you have an issue with my mom, go and talk to her, not me.
And sometimes
They
they
listen to the wrong person.
The time she comes in, they keep quiet. I'm like,
That.
And you think I'll keep quiet? I will definitely tell her, Mommy, when you left, they were saying this and
And
this.
then
and this
it causes conflict at the end of the day. Nishurugulirwabuka muwanda.
Kanjipa katika mwana kao, nkapa mlomo.
Nkapa
And they
mlomo.
even say you were lying. When this is what was actually happening at the
and the
time.
problem is that, again, your dad can't take sides.
Because those are sisters
And
then-
your wife.
and your wife.
So,
And then at the end of the day, your wife would still want your support to say, my husband, I didn't do anything wrong. Your sisters are the ones who are wrong. The moment you support your wife, they say, awe vanamudyesa
Vanamudyesa,
avakashira
yeah.
kuvarimsangula fenomba kwa chimungulu because he doesn't even want to hear from us. But at the end of the day, they're forgetting to say that's the person who's keeping them.
Yeah.
If the person was so bad, they wouldn't even have been living in that house, you understand?
In the first
But
place.
they just want to gossip and say all those negative things upon that person. But me, if I find you,
I remember there was
I
one
catch
time I
you.
went to visit my grandma, and my dad's sister was saying something about my dad. I can't remember what it was, but I just, yeah. So they talked for quite some time. The two of my dad's sisters, they talked. And I was just there listening, like I wasn't even, paying attention. But I was
You
there,
just pretend.
letting everything sink in.
Like
The
again,
minute I
you're
just
on
got
phone.
home, I went to tell my father. When I went this side, they were saying A, B, C, D about you. And my dad called and told them, okay, Martha just told me you're talking about me.
Yeah.
Mwana wanu unapa mlomo. We don't want her to come back here. There were all those scenarios, and I can tell you from there up to date, the relationship is still bad.
Okay, you guys are even, you guys are even better where you even wait to go and tell the person that was being talked about.
It's to
I'm a confrontational person. I confront you. You say something that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense or something that, hurts me or is about someone that I'm close to. I'll just tell you point blank. I'll say, oh, what you're saying is like, that's bad. Okay, if you feel that person did ABCD, why don't you go up to that person, tell that person what you did I don't like, and like you come in like behind their back and then start saying ABCD, then what are you going to achieve? There's this one time I got into a fight. Okay, not really a physical fight, but like
Then you go find it.
no, I'm not a bully.
Call me a bully.
No, I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully. I just hate when people actually say bad things about people that I'm close to. And then this person that was being talked about is not even my relative. You get? It's just a neighbor. And then my grandma, my dad's mother, is the one that was saying those things about the neighbor. And I'm just like, okay, just why? Why? Why don't you just, this person is your tenant, and then you come here and start saying bad things about this person when you have the right not to go tell the person, leave my house, ABCD, whatever, give them a notice, to vacate the house. Don't have to say all these bad things about this person. The moment you start saying bad things about someone else, it just reflects, how bad of a person you are on the inside. And I just hate that. Because I like to see the good, the little good that people have in them. So when someone starts saying bad things about someone else, I take it personal. I'm just like, you know what, this is bad. This is very, very bad. You don't have to do that. So even in our house, it's the same. People know me. Even my mom does know me. If she says something, and that's okay, we do gossip sometimes, but like, there's just that gossip that hurts someone. When someone gets to hear of this, they're going to get their feelings hurt. They're going to feel bad, and ABCD relationships can break, And then someone's just saying bad things, and then you're just like, why? Just why?
And I think it is because of these same reasons that now we have we have these misunderstandings in families where you now split and you believe with this thing of it's each one for himself, God for us, we only meet during funerals. Because you would find, I would give an example. I'm married. I'm living with my
You're
husband.
not married.
It's an example.
Okay, I just wanted you guys to say something.
Guys, I'm not. You want my dad to shout at me, you. Okay, yes. So now I'm living with my husband and I only budget for 2 people, you understand? And then you come there, you look at just like that, like it's really in the October season, you understand? Boom, you find yourself proper without telling me. Okay, you have to fit in my budget. If we eat twice, you shouldn't go outside and start gossiping to say, they don't even eat and whatnot. Me, the moment I find out that you are talking behind my back, yes, you belong behind my back. But if I find out that you are talking about me, bid farewell to ever come into my place.
So
It's that
there's
serious.
no reconciliation.
No, I will reconcile with you, but don't ever come to my place.
You're visiting in the first place. You just have to abide by
Okay,
the rules.
now there are those things where someone comes and then they just observe the way you live, the way you relate.
Some people
If you
just
have
listen to
quarrels,
you more.
if you have quarrels with your husband, they nyamuna linkan. They go and talk about it outside like that, and then now everybody in the chipanda is going to know about whatever
Your
you're going
business,
through.
yeah.
You understand.
Sometimes they even pass silly comments, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, is that the main reason why you came here? Like, I thought you came here to see how we're doing, like catch up with us. But what's happening?
Especially those that are from, they'd be like, no, kwato ise so, kwato. Okay, if you are here, do what the Romans do. Tili kukombo, tili kukombo. What if I'm eating chihuahua yafsa, she eats. It's not all the time that you're going to eat. Exactly.
Hello, speaking about food.
Yeah.
Matspangeti, manje bread, kuleba kwa bata, kuleba kwa
Like that.
Cinema ya bread
Ibe
because
butter. I know ine shiri amabanzi.
Kuti wanu wako tie kaeka, life goes on.
People.
Now there's this one concern which we should also talk about before we even, go to the entertainment segment. You would find you are living in this house, okay, it's an extended family. There's the sisters to your husband or your mom, the sister-in-laws and whatever. And then they tend to be, fighting here and there, quarrels and everything. How does it affect one when growing up? When you witness your aunt and your mother?
As a child, that witnessing that is very bad, because it will have a psychological effect on you. You think when people live together, all they do is like maybe fight each other or say bad things about each other, and then it also becomes hard for someone to actually want to keep their fellow relatives in the future, because they would want to avoid the things that they went through. So me seeing that, I'll just flash you. You go.
I think it also disturbs the relationship that you have with that person if you're a child and that is your auntie and they're arguing with your mom, because you always think my mom is right. That's just a fact. So if you've grown up in such a home, then there'll always be conflict between you and your auntie or whoever it is that you're keeping.
Like arrogance, as a child, because you think when someone is talking, you also have to like talk more than them, so that like stress your point or whatever. So anyway, it's just sad that as a result of those conflicts and arguments, I think that's why now we see
nuclear families
where people opt to just stay with their husbands and their two children, and then they just send monies to their relatives. They don't even visit. They don't. Nowadays we don't even know each other, because if you asked me how many relatives are now, just count, and then you find maybe the Mansa family and the Mbewe combined. It's a community, like there are a lot of people that I just know a handful of those people, which is very sad.
Of which it might even cause somebody being choosy to say, Raja, no, that side yes, but Kudia, no. Yeah, Kudia, yes, and of which now...
marry your own cousin.
I was about to say that. At the end of the day, you meet your cousin, everything happens. No, I'm pregnant. Then you get pregnant, and then where is Akumirandu? Only to find it's the same family. The family from your mother's side.
You made me from the love that I found. So,
imagine that.
I didn't see the love.
Yeah, because everything has already happened. So I think we should try to make some amends, the way we live our day-to-day life, especially as the youths who are growing, because we are going to have our own families. If at all you find yourself in a situation where you're coming from an extended family, make sure you balance the equation. Relate with people. Don't gossip about other people, because the moment you start gossiping about them, then you're going to develop conflict in your own house.
You have to gossip if you've got strength to fight people.
But the best part of the extended family itself, Yonse, in the absence of that which is not, that which is not.
So it actually helps you to discover who you
understand, which is not where.
Okay, we'll talk about that more. All right, so we take another break. Catch us on the other side with the entertainment segment.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about extended families, but right about now we dive into the entertainment segment. Chibasa, what do we have?
All right, so today on the entertainment segment, we have a very beautiful and interesting game. Some of you are familiar with it, some of you are not. This one is called Never Have I Ever Love Edition. So we're going to close our eyes, then we're going to be asked some questions. Put a finger down.
Let's not close our eyes.
I have trust issues. She's coming closer.
Yeah, so today's game is really fun. You can play it as a family at home. You can play it with your brothers and sisters. You can play it with your friends. You know, it's just something that is going to keep you busy when you're home. It's something very fun and really interesting because you can even shoot a video and get to find out some things that you don't know about the other person.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so without wasting much of our time, we get started.
Love edition.
Okay?
Put a finger down if
Okay,
you've
no,
been on
wait.
a date. Put a finger down
We
if
have
you've
to
had a
start
crush
again.
on
So you
two
lift your
people at
fingers, you
once.
guys.
Put a
Like that?
Never have I ever
Yeah.
love edition.
Okay.
Put a finger down if you've been on a date. Put a finger down if you had a crush on two people at once. Put a finger down if you've met someone on a dating app. Put a finger down if you've had a crush on someone for more than a year. Put another finger down if you have fallen in love at first sight. Put a finger down if you have been in love with your teacher. Put a finger down if you have imagined being married to someone.
All the time.
To someone but didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Put a finger down if you confess your feelings to someone over text. Lastly, put your finger down if you've had a crush on someone in this room.
No. Yeah, so that's all we have for you today on the entertainment segment. We hope that you have enjoyed the game. It's really fun and quite interesting. So even as you are seated at home, you know, during the pandemic of the COVID-19, you can just play this game with your friends and family and stay home to keep your loved ones safe from COVID-19.
Yeah.
But who has a crush on someone for over a year?
All
All of you guys were just like,
I didn't put my finger down.
you didn't.
No.
And such things happen.
Okay, I also did, but I'm just like, a whole year.
A whole year, guys.
You guys, a
Yeah.
whole year.
So you guys are saying never crushed on your
Yeah.
teachers. Sorry, not
Cheaters.
sisters,
No
no, but teachers.
Teachers.
I did at my tuition center.
You never had nice teachers, Nish. Yeah, how
Guys, so
you
you don't meet people on dating apps. Wait, let's talk about meeting people on dating apps.
I met one.
I don't have
actually do
I
have
don't
some
even know
dating
any
apps.
dating apps.
Oh well, I know a lot.
Guys, Chibiesa, please. What's a lot? Is 10 a lot, 5 a lot, 6?
I have 7 dating apps.
Wow, you're so single. You can't be that bad.
Okay, you know, I don't really use them to date people.
But it's a dating app.
It's a dating app. That's
it's just for interaction.
Nah.
Lies. It doesn't mean when I talk to someone I'm dating them. Come on.
It's a dating app. What are you doing there for you to go there? It means you're looking for love.
No,
Not
I'm
interaction.
I'm not looking for love. I just want to know.
That's
you know,
why we have
it's a
social
dating
platforms.
app. Guys,
That's what-
okay, on the low key, guys, we just spoke about extended families and knowing different people. Me, I'm not
Dating
coming
apps.
from an extended family, so I can know people through dating apps, no arguments.
Wow. Let's clap for her, you guys. Okay, so let me just say this. You're on 7 dating apps
Yeah.
and you're still single.
Mwaka.
No,
Is it that people don't want you or just don't want you?
I think it's the second one. I don't want people.
She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry.
I'm just going to say people don't want you. People don't want you. Yeah, it's okay. I want you. Do you want me?
No.
You said you don't have a crush in this room, so
No, because I said I want her, not that I have a crush on her.
You
I
want
can
her.
want her for other things, not for crushing.
all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still 7.
Alright, you guys, that was just a joke. I'm not on any dating app. Yeah, I'm not on any dating app. Guys, nabuza po food. Snidi pa dating app billions.
Now was Mambeka serious, mommy? I'm beginning to doubt.
Yeah, I'm wanting. I'm
And
also
she had to
doubting.
defend herself strong.
Strongly. For a joke.
African woman.
Okay, dating apps are okay. What's your worth? Monday, even 10 if you want time. At least maybe in the 50th app, someone is going to want you.
Punkamo.
Wow, that one.
All right, beautiful. This is what we had for you today. We were discussing about extended families, and I'm sure we have elaborated a lot of stuff, a lot of issues concerning the very same topic that we had with my ladies. And we had on our entertainment segment, we have Never Have I
Ever Love edition.
Okay, Shaistapo, that was my first time doing that. Yes, though Nashidaponyeshako. Almost
This
all the
is what we call
fingers.
following the masses. Don't even know what's going on, you're just
but you
following.
know.
Okay, but I just had to. All right, this is all we had for you on Limitless. This was Evelyn Tembo.
Mwakantanda Mwansa.
Princess Chiresa.
Martha Sakala.
So catch us next week on Limitless, only on Loyola TV. Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.